So I designed the Kurikara with a spine and peg system. So it just clicks into place with no rods or epoxy needed, just some good old-fashioned ingenuity and plastic wizardry. Welcome back to the Forge of Low Expectations, where I set the bar on the floor and I still manage to trip over it. Today's project is going to be the Kurikara from Blue Exorcist. It's not going to light up, or I'm not going to get any flame effects on it, because let's face it, your boy's just not that skilled. But what I am going to be doing is some plastic welds, some pegs, and some questionable life decisions. So if you're cool with that and down with that, let's get started. So these gaps make it a little bit harder than it needs to be. So let's do some plastic welding. I would like to preface this by saying that I am not a professional and I only almost burned myself once or twice. But the thing is solid. I still have to do some Bondo on it, but no cracks, no bends, just glue, pegs, plastic welding. This thing is pure, unholy rigidity incarnate. So now that it's plastic welded, it's time to slap some Bondo, as you see. And I probably used a smidge too much, but just like in plastic surgery, it's always nice to have a little more filler. Anyway, so I probably used a smidge too much, but it's easier to add too much, sand it off, get that smooth quality on it, and then get to the point where you realize perfection is a myth and it is just time to say good enough and move on. So if you want to see me break this down more and talk while I putty and sand and stuff like that, let me know down there in the comments below. But after a while, it gets repetitive. So, back with an update. I was going to do an update after the primer, but yeah, I got lazy and forgot. So, this is what it looks like. I've got everything mostly painted. I will have to go in and do some touch-ups, but the paints I'm using are Abyssal Black D&D paint, a Marco white paint marker for the insignia, Ace's metallic spray paint chrome, which really makes things look nice, gives it a nice little pop, and Krylon gloss navy. So I'm taping off the areas right now using just some tape, and then taking the knife or another sharp object and going around the detail parts, since this is printed in one piece. Is it screen accurate? Yes. Is it fun to swing? Does it pass the swoosh test? Swoosh, swish, blue flames. That would be a yes. Am I gonna swing it at the dogs? No, they're both outside, so I can't do that just yet. And the wife would probably murder me. She's the camera girl for this scene. But, as always, now it is on to the wife's verdict. You held it correctly! Yay!
you welded together plastic like a mad scientist.
Yeah, pretty much.
Does it even do anything? Will it fetch me a book, some coffee?
No, it's just a cosplay prop.
So it's a piece of heavy plastic that I won't even be able to touch again.
Correct. So what do you give it as a rating?
9.5. Just hang it up with the others and don't you dare swing at the dogs.
And now you're holding it wrong. Better. So if you made it to this part of the video, maybe consider liking, subscribing if you haven't, because I will always be back with more nerdy projects that I need to grind down so that it doesn't chip the paint. But stay tuned and maybe subscribe, because the next project might just unlock something inside. Hint, hint, wink, wink. And then we got even more wonderful projects, such as War Greymon's gauntlets, or claw things, the things he uses Terraforce with, beginning next year. So if you want to see that, follow along the journey of the Forge of Low Expectations. Keep those hammers and anvils clean, and those swords plastically sharp. Peace!